Hello, my dear friends. You're watching the channel called Lurim Chance, and in this video, I'm gonna show you the performance of Xeon E3 1230 V2 with graphics card like RX 550 with 2 gigabytes of RAM. So, as you can see right now in the menu, when the game is paused, we have something like 60 FPS and like it looks like it is playable, but when we unpause it and start playing it, we can see that the frame rate drops down to 20 FPS or even less, especially when we look at these moving mechanisms and at these NPCs or at these human beings. I think their hair is very sophisticated, and when it moves, frame rate drops like down to 17, even 17. So I think the main problem here is the graphics card, because 2 gigabytes of RAM is not enough. I mean, VRAM or video memory is not enough for playing this game. You need to have at least maybe 4. And the all options, they turned down to the lowest. I mean, there are only 3 presets: standard, high, and ultra settings of graphics. And right now I'm using what? Let me check. I'm using the lowest ones. Yeah, and the resolution of the game is something like 720p. So I've turned off VSync, but like I left blur on just because I thought maybe it will help game be a little bit faster, because when we move, um, like on the sides, on the both sides, picture becomes like a little bit blurry, and maybe it decreases. How to say decreases? I forgot this word in English. How to say necessity of a higher graphics card. I think like it needs less power of the graphics card. So if we look away from the board, from the middle of the board, and try to look somewhere like into the distance, we can see that our frame rate goes a little bit higher, and it becomes something like 35, 36 frames per second. Or I think we can even get 37 if we try to look at the wall. Yeah, 41. You see, 42. It's the record of this graphics card here. So when we look straight into the wall, frame rates like go up. So, but when we go back to this board and try to look at these moving things, yeah, frame rate goes really down. So I think it's not really playable. I mean, unless you are like some kind of masochist and you like suffering and torturing yourself, or if you have like a strong will to go through this game from the beginning till the end. Yeah, if you want to play this game, I mean, it can be playable for you, but you need to adjust yourself, adjust your how to say views on this game, of how to play if you do not have much money and so on. So I think, yeah, it can be playable if you want to do so. I think it's not how to say stuttering. At least I haven't seen it like in some games on older graphics card. Yeah, the frame rate is low, but there is no I would say very slow moments up to 5 FPS or 10 FPS. And I think in 2000s, somewhere in 2002 or 2000 or maybe 7 or 6, people would still play this game even with this number of FPS. So, but nowadays, lots of people, they want like 60 FPS, like 50 FPS, 100 FPS. Yeah, if you're a person like this, for you it will be really uh, difficult to play with this number of frames per second. So, but if you want to play like by any means possible, yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Like go for it. So I think the main bottleneck of this game is only a graphics card and the how to say and the how to say amount of memory, video memory. Maybe like 1050 Ti would be much better because it's more potent. It is more like it has more cores per, I don't know, per watt. But if you check GPU Z, you can see that every graphics card has cores like a CPU, but there are much more of them, of the cores here. So, and amount of memory is also like two times higher. So it's better, yeah, it's better to use 1050 Ti. It would be much more playable than what we have right now. So that's all. Thank you for your attention. See you. Subscribe. Goodbye.